What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. The story of Salted Road. How did I get to this point? How did I choose that name? How did I go from wanting a cafe to now doing a trailer? This story started in like 7th grade. I do remember back in junior high, I always thought that having a cafe would be a really cool thing to do. That would be really fun. I was really interested in like interior design. I like planning fun things for people. Coffee's good. That's what I was really interested in, all of that, just creating my own space where people can come and hang out and have fun. Because I have been thinking about this since 7th grade. Every time I would go into a cafe in high school and stuff, I would take notes of like what I liked about the cafe, what I didn't like, the flow, if it was good or not, what customers seemed to think was uncomfortable and awkward, and just taking notes of like how well the business worked every time I went to a new cafe. So I had like a notebook of all these notes of how I wanted my business to be run and blah 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 blah. So it was super detailed. I had let the dream die because I didn't think I could do it. Basically, if you had no fear, what would you pursue? And so I wrote down that dream, and it was super specific. And someone was telling me, I have never heard you get this excited about anything. Why would you not want to pursue something that you're so passionate about? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Super fun to create the environment that you want, and so it's just really fun, and like you get to know the customers, and it just becomes like you're just drinking coffee and hanging out with your friends. The way I got the name Salted Road, I wanted it to have a biblical meaning behind it. There's a lot of prayer. Like I really wanted to love the name. I wanted to love the meaning behind the name. I wanted there to be a deeper meaning behind the name. Matthew 5:13-16, and if you're familiar with the Bible, you probably know these verses. They're very popular. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Totally stemmed from that verse. I don't remember like the day and the moment where I was like, OMG, LOL, Salted Road, that's it, that's what I'm gonna go with. I thought about kind of the mission and the vision I had for the business, and I wanted to be a place that was, the foundation was in Jesus, and the foundation was in helping people. I'm doing a mobile business, and so the idea was as I traveled, as my business traveled, I would touch these different places, and with the hope that I could impact anyone I came in contact with. So Salted Road. The salted part comes from this verse, salt of the earth, and road because mobile, it's on the road, is when I have my days off. I'm doing things like this at my house, so I have a lot of work to do. And I was just looking for some used machines that are well taken care of. I'm planning to be ready by then. Hopefully that works out, because I also plan to be ready by this summer, and that obviously didn't work out. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I have to talk to the company again in Ohio and try to figure something out. If only you knew how hard it was. I've had a lot of people message me and they're like, hey, I thought you were starting a business, like what's happened with that? And boy, is it a long story. Kind of a discouraging process, and I'm still working on it because I believe in not giving up on things when they get hard. So last year, I was really planning on opening by last summer of 2017. I had this guy in mind we were gonna use as a contractor. We wanted to custom build this thing, and we had the money for it, like for a certain budget, obviously, and we were working with him and getting everything figured out, and we're waiting for the quote for quite some time, because basically, long story short with that, is it ended up taking about 6 to 7, 8 months for us to get a quote back from him. It literally took until like July to even get a quote, and basically this guy's quote was like 4 times our budget. So that was a huge bummer, because I was really excited about the plans we had come up with. It was gonna be like my dream, like it would have looked so good. I'm not sure why it took so long to get that quote and everything, but I was upset about it, but I was like, you know, I'm just gonna pick myself back up and find a new contractor. We're gonna find a new company, just keep rolling with it. After being discouraged from the first contractor, I was like, this is gonna work. Like, I'm super excited. They look really good. It's in our budget. We can make it work, all this stuff. And then he was like, but one problem. He emailed me like the final draw up plans that we had right before we were about to actually like go with him and start building. And he said, I can't make the door, the egress door, which is the door that you go in and out of for the trailer. There's only one entrance. He said, I can't make that up to code for Washington. We could not make it work. And so that was really frustrating. I really felt like it was going somewhere. I was really excited. I mean, all the trailers and trucks look the same. They're all like that same aluminum trailer with like a wrap on the outside of whatever their business is. And that's fine. That's just not my style. And I was like, I came to this hard place where I was like, do I want to, I don't know, like sacrifice so much that I'm no longer like staying true to the kind of brand that I want, or and make it work? Or do I keep trying to create the brand I want and find a company that's able to make it work in my budget? Hello! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have some potential really exciting news. There was one company that I was just crossing my fingers on. They're like amazing. Their work is so beautiful. It's like everything I ever wanted. I just was like, you know, I don't know if I can afford them. Found this guy's company, which is a whole other story, and he literally does exactly what I want done. I contacted him, didn't hear back from him, and I'm like, dang, I bet he's really busy because his work is so good. It's just kind of defeated. Like, this has been a long process, which I know a year and a half to some other people might not be that long of a time, but it feels like a long time when you keep getting no, 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 no. A couple days ago, I actually got a text from him. It was the guy that owns this company, and he was like, I hope I'm not too late. I'm sorry, I've been out of commission for the past few weeks. He's like, when can we talk on the phone? I was like, are you kidding me? So I talked to this guy on the phone yesterday, and like, wow, I'm like sold. I'm sold. And I told him my budget, and I told him like, my main concern is that I won't be able to afford you, but I really love your work. Are you able to work with this budget? I gave it to him, and he said he could, and I was like, sorry, I don't really ever have days off, but I love it because I like what I do. But it's my day off, so today I'm working on salted road stuff. So the update is that this company I found is just amazing. For now, we've started communicating about like design stuff and like just kind of what I'm expecting, what I'm looking for. So I'm actually like working with someone else now, which is finally exciting. Like, those of you who know the process, it's been really hard. Gotten to the point of just like being really discouraged about things not working out and not going the way I planned. I started really just thinking about what I wanted to do, if I wanted to even do this anymore, and it was just a weird time because I felt like maybe I'm pursuing the wrong thing, getting my hopes up and then them crashing down, and getting my hopes up and crashing down, hopes up, crashing down. Okay, I need to try one more time, just like one more time. And I prayed a lot in December. Whether you believe in prayer or not, that's fine, but I do. And I just prayed a lot for direction, and I prayed that God would lead me in the right direction, that I would have wisdom with decisions I made. And oh, it's just so crazy. I think it's just like so cool how God works, because I was so confused last year, and I was like so stressed out, and I was so discouraged, and I was like, what is even happening? Like, I'm doing everything I can and it's not working out. And everyone, like, the most annoying thing to hear when someone tells you like, well, it doesn't make sense now, but it will. I was like, okay, yeah, shut up, because that's not what I want to hear right now. I always wanted an old trailer converted into a coffee trailer that was just like cute, looked nice, had a lot of character, but like we make good coffee too. Like, watched all videos, but I was just like, there was just something in me that I was like, maybe I'll try YouTube again. Maybe there's some new videos on there. Maybe someone has redone a trailer. And like, since the last time I looked, which was last summer, I looked it up, and the first video that popped up, I was like, oh, I haven't seen this one before, and that looks really cute. As soon as they went inside that thing, I was like my jaw literally dropped. I was like, that is literally everything I have ever wanted. Like, who did that trailer? Being the creepy person I am, or any human being, I guess, for that matter, I did my research and I went on their Instagram. So I went to her very, very first post and found who made her trailer, and it was Mark Bertel. If I had never just decided to Google it one more time, I literally thought I had seen every video except that one. That was the new video that I had not seen. It led me like straight through the funnel of the internet, and I got led to his website. So that's how I found the company.
How are you feeling? There's Jet.
I'm excited.
Taylor's first time seeing him. Jet's here, Jet's here.
pretty exciting day for me actually. This whole weekend is my first event with Salted Road. Should. That's anticlimactic.
Well, swing and a miss. Trying to make our first cup of coffee in this thing.
selling the coffee trailer. Oh my gosh, I just have anxiety talking about this right now. Obviously, I want to make sure it goes to somewhere great and someone that's going to appreciate it. I always wanted a coffee business because my first job was being a barista when I was 16. I've been doing it ever since, until about last year, I guess, when I opened my business. That's not the reason I'm selling it at all. It was not because the business didn't do well. It's more so just a change in my heart and things that I want in life. Super passionate about it and really excited, and passion really drives momentum and drives you going for things, because people would always be like, how do you work so hard? And I'm like, well, I'm really passionate about this thing. And when things got hard, that's what kind of kept me going through. And then when I was close to actually getting the trailer, I remember being like, I don't really know if I want to do this anymore. But I was too deep into it to change my mind, and I never told anyone that. Logical, not emotional. I'm just being, you know, it's just a hard week or whatever. This is business. I gotta just like work through it. Sometimes you have hard days, you have hard months, and it's just part of the process. And so I didn't take that too seriously, that I was kind of like doubting it at first. The more I did it, the less excited I felt about it. And I know how to work hard, but it was just a different type of working hard. When I ended up telling my dad about me thinking about selling the business, which I literally cried in public, by the way, which I never do. And we were at like a burger place, and I was like, I'm thinking about selling the trailer. If you're passionate about something, go for it. And if your passions change, that's okay. If your dreams change, that's okay. Garrett and I just have different plans, I guess, for our future now. And there's some different things we want to try, and some different career kind of things we want to try, and different things that I'm interested in. And I didn't tell anyone for a while that I wasn't feeling that excited about the trailer anymore. And I think people could tell, but it was my thing for a long time. And I think just by the time I opened it, it wasn't, I realized I wasn't passionate about it anymore, and that's okay. And that was like a really big thing for me to go through. It just felt really like liberating to feel like it's okay to change your mind and to change your dreams and to change your goals. And I don't want to regret, like, if I felt like I was being led in a different direction, to just hold on because I'm too prideful. I learned a lot, and I also realized that I can do whatever the heck I want to do, and when things seem impossible, they're actually not. So yeah, there's a lot of exciting things to come, and there's a little bit of unknowns. I don't really know what the future holds, but I know it's gonna be good, because I know that I'm not called to do this anymore, and I'm called to do something else. And I wanna always live my best example for you guys, because so many of you guys like follow my journey, and I trust God enough to know if I'm not called in this direction, it's gonna be something better.